Have you ever paused to wonder why your legs seem to be losing strength, even though you're eating right, staying active, and following all the health tips you've always trusted? Why does climbing a simple set of stairs suddenly feel like a mini workout? Why is standing up from a chair more of a challenge than it used to be? Is this just what aging feels like? Or could something else, something easy to overlook, be quietly interfering without you noticing? Here's where things get surprisingly interesting. It might not be about what you're skipping. In fact, you could be doing everything right, without realizing it's quietly working against your body. Many older adults fall into a subtle daily habit. They repeat it with confidence, believing it's smart and good for their health. We've all been told for years that fruit is wholesome, natural, and essential. And in many cases, that's absolutely true. But here's the twist that rarely gets mentioned. Once you're over 60, some fruits are not the best option. In reality, certain popular fruits, the ones we casually toss into our carts every week, might be slowly weakening your legs, increasing discomfort in your knees, stiffening your joints, and gradually reducing your mobility. These so-called superfoods might not be helping your strength and movement as much as you think. As we get older, our bodies start to shift. Blood flow slows. Our metabolism weakens. Foods that once gave us energy can now quietly create problems, especially certain fruits. They might seem harmless. They might taste delicious. But inside, they're loaded with sugars, acids, and compounds that elevate blood sugar, inflame joints, and chip away at leg strength over time. And the scary part? These effects are slow and silent. You don't notice the toll, until your legs feel heavy, your knees resist movement, or a short walk leaves you sore and winded. In this video, we'll share the 7 fruits most likely to cause issues for people over 60, especially if you're trying to maintain strong, pain-free legs. These fruits might appear completely innocent, but looks can be misleading. Once you understand what they really do, your go-to healthy snack might look very different. So if keeping your legs steady, flexible, and free of pain matters to you, stick around. This might be the eye-opener your body's been waiting for. But before we dive in, take a second, click subscribe and turn on notifications if your health is a top concern. Because on this channel, we share the truths others overlook. And while you're here, I'd love your feedback. If this message resonates, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, post a 0. Your input matters more than you know. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list. It's widely celebrated for its anti-inflammatory perks, but in older adults, it may actually have the opposite effect. Let's explore pineapple. Pineapple, the tropical treat and an unexpected source of inflammation. Grown in warm climates, it's juicy, sweet, and refreshing, and contains bromelain, a compound long praised for soothing inflammation. But here's where things get complicated. While pineapple has a reputation for healing, it may actually be doing harm, especially for people over 60. What's the concern? Pineapple is full of natural sugars and quite acidic. And that sugar? It's not as innocent as it seems, especially for aging bodies. As we grow older, our blood vessels become more delicate and sensitive. They can't handle sudden sugar surges as well. And pineapple, despite its healthy image, can deliver a quick sugar jolt. So, what does that do? It spikes your blood sugar. The tiny vessels carrying oxygen to your legs and feet may start to weaken from repeated sugar hits. As blood flow declines, your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. That leads to fatigue, soreness, and stiffness. Just walking a little can wear you out. Sitting can make your knees feel locked. Even your ankles can ache, without doing much. And there's more. The fruit's acidity isn't just rough on your stomach, it may also stir up joint inflammation. If you deal with arthritis or stiff joints, pineapple could be adding to the pain in your knees, hips, or ankles. Some people even report feeling sluggish after eating it. Like their strength is quietly slipping away. Plus, if you take medications, especially blood thinners, bromelain might interfere with their effects, making them too strong or too weak. But the real challenge with pineapple? The symptoms are sneaky. There's no sudden reaction. The damage builds slowly. One day, you just realize your mobility isn't what it used to be. Sadly, many older adults never suspect pineapple. That healthy snack they've been enjoying could be part of what's weakening their legs. So what's the fix? You don't have to give up pineapple completely, but you should understand the risks. Especially if you're feeling unexplained leg discomfort or swelling. The effects may be subtle, but they're still real. Now, if a fruit known for reducing inflammation can have hidden drawbacks, what about one that's soft, sweet, and high in potassium? A fruit believed to support muscle strength, yet could actually be doing the opposite? Let's talk about bananas. Bananas, the second fruit, and a sneaky threat to your muscles. Smooth, sweet, and full of potassium, bananas are often praised as the ultimate energy booster. They're known for helping with cramps and supporting muscle health. But after the age of 60, their benefits may not be as straightforward as you've been led to believe. Bananas contain a hefty dose of natural sugars and fast-acting carbs. This combo causes your blood sugar to shoot up quickly after eating. And when those spikes happen regularly, your body may begin to resist insulin. The result? Sluggish circulation, greater inflammation, and a drop in leg vitality. That's when climbing stairs feels harder, your legs feel heavy after meals, and your calves start to ache for no clear reason. But it doesn't end there. Bananas also tend to promote fluid retention, especially in people with heart concerns. That can lead to swollen joints, puffy ankles, and rigid feet. The troubling part? It all adds up gradually. You keep eating bananas, thinking they're helping your muscles, when they might be subtly draining your energy. And here's what makes it tricky: the effects don't happen all at once. Over time, bananas can slowly make walking tougher, climbing stairs more painful, and daily movement more tiring. So it's worth revisiting your diet. If you've noticed tightness, swelling, or persistent leg fatigue, bananas might not be doing you any favors. Now, if something as basic as a banana can carry these downsides, what about a fruit that's even smaller, poppable, and seems completely innocent? Let's shift focus to grapes. Grapes, the third fruit, tiny but quietly troublesome. They seem so harmless. Bite-sized. Sweet. Juicy. An easy snack you can eat by the handful. Grapes are often recommended for heart health and loaded with antioxidants. But for those over 60, they may be silently contributing to joint pain, leg tension, and inflammation. Why? Grapes are high in fructose, a natural sugar that's mainly processed by your liver. When the liver gets overwhelmed, it turns excess fructose into fat and uric acid. And that's where the problems begin, especially in your lower joints. Uric acid can settle in places like the knees, ankles, and toes, sparking pain, swelling, and stiffness. That sharp toe pain at night? Or tightness behind your legs? Grapes might be subtly raising uric acid levels and fueling your discomfort. But there's more to the story. Fructose also fuels low-grade, widespread inflammation. That results in slower motion, added stress on your joints, and stiffer limbs overall. Grapes are also dangerously easy to overeat. They're light, not filling, and easy to munch on by the bunch. Before you know it, you've consumed several cups, packing in sugar with each bite. So while grapes seem like a smart and simple snack, they could actually be a hidden contributor to stiff joints, leg weakness, and creeping aches. That sweetness may be fooling you. If grapes are a regular part of your routine and you've noticed more stiffness, tension, or bloating in your legs, they may be playing a quiet role. But they're not the only sugary fruit with a hidden downside. There's another one: bright, juicy, and praised for its refreshing taste. But don't be fooled. While it looks like pure hydration, inside, it behaves more like sugar. Let's shift our attention to watermelon. Watermelon, the fourth fruit, and a deceptive source of sugar. Bright, juicy, and the go-to summer refreshment, watermelon is seen as light, hydrating, and low in calories. It's often thought to be harmless. A sweet way to stay cool. But there's a hidden issue: watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of all fruits. What does that mean for you? It spikes your blood sugar faster than most other foods, comparable to candy. And in older adults, those sharp spikes can do more harm than good, especially when it comes to your legs. Here's how. A sudden rise in blood sugar triggers your body to release insulin to bring levels down. But as we age, our cells become less responsive to insulin. That mismatch causes inflammation, especially in areas with poor blood flow. Where does that show up first? The calves. The knees. The lower legs. After eating watermelon, you might feel heavy fatigue in your legs. A dragging soreness when you walk. Puffy ankles that don't go away. Even a short set of stairs might leave you winded. Watermelon feels refreshing, but inside the body, it behaves more like sugar, gradually draining energy from your lower limbs. And since it's so easy to eat, light, juicy, and cooling, many people consume more than they think. One slice leads to another, then another. Each piece adds to your sugar load, strains your circulation, and stirs up inflammation. It's misleading. What seems like hydration is really triggering a sugar surge, hidden pressure on your blood vessels, and increased stress on your legs. So, is watermelon truly the hydrating hero it claims to be for older adults? Or could every juicy slice be subtly worsening joint pain and reducing your ease of movement? If your legs have been feeling more sluggish or sore lately, it might be worth reconsidering the watermelon sitting in your fridge. Coming up is a fruit often praised for its vitamin C punch, found in everything from breakfast drinks to immune supplements. But for seniors, this citrus staple might be a hidden source of joint irritation. Let's talk about oranges. Oranges. The fifth fruit, a citrusy trigger for joint pain. They have a bright scent, a zesty taste, and seem to belong in every healthy morning routine. They're well known for being packed with vitamin C, a key supporter of immune function. But here's the lesser-known truth, particularly important for those in their 60s and beyond: oranges are loaded with citric acid. That signature tangy flavor? It can quietly aggravate joints over time. If you already experience joint stiffness, arthritis symptoms, or general inflammation, oranges may be adding fuel to the fire. You wake up with aching knees. You sit for a bit, then feel sudden tightness in your hips. That nagging soreness in your legs after standing? It might not just be getting older. Your daily orange or glass of juice could be part of the problem. Here's what's happening inside: the citric acid doesn't stop at your digestive system. It makes its way into the bloodstream and can inflame sensitive tissues in your joints. Combine that with the natural sugars found in oranges, and you have a mix that spikes blood sugar and contributes to underlying inflammation. The consequences? Walking becomes uncomfortable. Knees may pulse with discomfort. Your calves tighten. Ankles start to feel rigid. Oranges may not bother younger individuals, but in older adults, the slow buildup of acid and sugar can take its toll. The most surprising part? You've likely been eating them for years, believing they were helping, not realizing they might be doing the opposite. So what's next on the list? This next fruit has a clean image, low sugar, and a tart bite. It's green, crunchy, and often seen as the healthiest apple. But under that wholesome image lies something that can cause cramps at night, hip soreness, and aching legs. Let's take a closer look at green apples. Green apples. The sixth fruit, a hidden trigger for leg pain. Crisp, sour, and often labeled a healthier choice, green apples are a go-to for many older adults. With their lower sugar content and high fiber, they seem like the perfect snack. But here's what's rarely discussed: green apples can gradually lead to tired legs, joint tension, and lingering discomfort. What causes this? Two main ingredients: malic acid and natural sugar. First up is malic acid. It's the compound that gives green apples their sharp taste. While not usually an issue for younger people, aging digestive systems can become more sensitive to it. As we age, the gut lining becomes more delicate. Malic acid doesn't just stay in your belly, it can travel and begin to irritate soft tissues, including joints. Some older individuals report a deep ache in the hips after eating apples. Others feel a burning sensation in their heels or a stubborn tightness in their knees. The discomfort doesn't come on suddenly, it builds up gradually. But over time, the pain can become a regular part of your day. Now, consider the sugar content. While green apples aren't as sugary as red ones, they still carry natural sugars. And in older adults, especially with a slowing metabolism, these sugars can lead to blood sugar spikes. The result? Achy calves, poor sleep due to leg cramps, morning stiffness, and a heavy, fatigued feeling when walking or moving around. What makes green apples particularly tricky is their timing. They're often eaten raw, sometimes in the evening or on an empty stomach. That means your body absorbs those compounds more directly. Even though they look clean and healthful, green apples might be quietly contributing to mobility issues, joint soreness, and restless sleep. Now, if something as basic and innocent looking as a green apple can have these effects, imagine what might happen with a tropical fruit that's ultra sweet, super soft, and beloved in warm weather. It might be one of the worst culprits for older joints. Let's dive into mango. Mango, the seventh fruit, a sugary danger in disguise. Soft, vibrant, and famously sweet, mangoes are often seen as nature's candy. They're a warm weather favorite for good reason. But for older adults dealing with joint discomfort or leg fatigue, mangoes might be among the worst culprits. Why? Because they're loaded with natural sugars. And not just a little, the kind that hits your bloodstream quickly and forcefully. Younger, more active bodies can usually handle that spike. But after 60, when metabolism naturally slows, that sugar surge creates a rapid insulin response, followed by a sudden crash. When this up and down cycle happens often, it sparks deeper inflammation, especially in key joints like the knees, hips, and ankles. If you already experience nerve sensitivity, mangoes can lead to tingling feet, burning toes, or swelling that worsens as the day goes on. Your legs might start to feel heavier, less stable. And because mangoes taste so smooth and refreshing, it's easy to eat too much without realizing it. That's the hidden issue: they seem harmless, but your body reacts more dramatically than you'd expect. Over time, this can result in more soreness, reduced flexibility, and a loss of confidence in movement. Many older adults include mangoes in their diet thinking they're making a healthy choice. And while mangoes are natural, that doesn't mean they're ideal for aging bodies with slower circulation and inflamed joints. Now that we've explored all 7 fruits, one thing becomes obvious: even the most celebrated fruits can work against you if your body's needs have changed. But there's good news. Now that you know how these fruits, despite their healthy reputation, can gradually wear down your joints, legs, and energy, you can make smarter choices. Because here's the encouraging truth: not all fruit is harmful. In fact, some fruits actually do the opposite. They fight inflammation, protect your joints, and support steady, strong movement. Let's explore the ones that help. Start with berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, they're small but powerful. These fruits are low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and easy on your insulin levels. Even more importantly, they help improve blood flow, especially in your legs. That means less swelling, better motion, and reduced pain over time. Next up, cherries, in moderation. Cherries are unique in that they can actually lower uric acid, which is one of the main causes of joint flare-ups. They help calm inflammation in the knees and toes and reduce the burning sensation linked to arthritis. A small serving, just a handful, can make a noticeable difference. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and one of the most joint-friendly ones. Why? Because it's full of healthy fats that naturally cushion joints and reduce inflammation. Avocados also help regulate blood sugar, giving you long-lasting energy without the highs and lows. Need something gentle on your stomach? Go for papaya. This tropical fruit contains enzymes that reduce inflammation and help digestion, making it ideal for sensitive systems. It soothes from the inside and is easy on aging joints. Don't forget pears. Paired with some fiber or protein, pears offer a mild sweetness without causing blood sugar spikes. They provide clean, steady energy without triggering stiffness or swelling in your legs. Each of these fruits does more than just satisfy hunger, they actively support how you feel and move. They improve flexibility, reduce aches, minimize puffiness, and align with the unique needs of your body as it ages. Because now, choosing fruit isn't just about eating healthy. It's about choosing what actually works for you. When you make these better choices, you'll feel it: easier mornings, lighter legs, more confident steps. Let's wrap this up with a final message, a little inspiration and a personal note for you. If you've followed along this far, it means something important: you care. About your mobility, your health, your quality of life. And let me assure you, you can make a difference. It's never too late to reclaim your energy or protect your independence. And you don't have to face it alone. Aging can be tricky. The tightness, the fatigue, the quiet fear of falling or slowing down, it builds over time. But here's the truth: you don't need dramatic changes. You don't have to give up everything you enjoy. What you need are smarter, gentler steps, starting with one simple food choice at a time. The fruits we covered today aren't bad, but they may no longer suit your body the way they used to. And that's okay. Aging isn't about decline. It's about adapting. When you start choosing fruits that improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support your energy, your body responds. You'll feel lighter. Your steps will grow stronger. Your mornings will be easier. That's the real message of this video. It's not about fear, it's about clarity. It's about giving you the knowledge to take control of your well-being. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what stood out most? What's one small change you're ready to try? Because when we share our stories, we support each other. We remind one another that even small actions can create big results. If this video gave you a new insight, or even just made you think, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe for more tips that can truly help your health. And don't forget to click the bell, so you're always up to date. Before we finish, I have a question. If this video resonated, type 1 in the comments. If it didn't, type 0. You might not think your response matters, but it could help someone else who's reading. Someone who needs exactly what you just heard. Take care. Stay educated. And remember, your independence starts with your legs.